morning. It's wonderful to be with you today from beautiful Brisbane. And as you can see, it's winter here, but it's not that cold. Today, I want to come to you with video 2, so session 2, about suicide. And it's really, really important stuff. It's one of the things that we don't talk about a lot in society. And we don't have conversations with our friends even about it, and we really need to. Those in the country, so country areas here, especially in Australia, know and understand how important it is to have conversations, especially for the men in our community, because the male suicide rate is higher. Men don't pick up on how to speak about their emotions, and as my best friend says, often men don't even understand what their emotions are about. So just forgive me, Miss Panda wants some attention this morning. I just want to bring up our list for today because of course I've hidden it, and today I want to go into more about the details of what you can do if you feel suicidal, or if a family member or a friend is feeling suicidal. Now, often it's the pain that needs to be addressed, and sometimes we have to come to a greater understanding that there are those who want to commit suicide and they will do anything that it takes to go there because it has become such a mental health challenge for them that they literally can't see a way out, and right down deep on the inside of them, they aren't able to, because it's a mental health challenge, they aren't able to reach a point of understanding that there can be help and it doesn't have to stay this way, okay? I had a family member who had mental health challenges, was an incredibly intelligent individual, worked in the medical profession and did so in the most beautiful, beautiful manner, helping so many people, and had to take mental health medication, and his wife did everything. Sorry, I'm just thinking about how much I can and can't say. His wife did everything to make sure that he was never alone, etc., etc. But he still found a way to lead this life, all right? And the sad thing is that family members didn't actually know about the struggle he faced every day of his life. And for me, my work is really based around the silence has to cease. So whether it's about suicide or any other form of mental health challenge, which can arise from any of the number of ways we are abused or become raised in toxic families, dysfunctional families, the silence has to cease, and we have to pull together as a community. And how that looks as a community will be different to how it looked many, many years ago. Okay? Now, the first thing is, if you're feeling suicidal, you really need to acknowledge that you're in the pain and it feels out of your control. And the fact that it feels out of your control, when you acknowledge that, is then you're able to say, right, I can seek help, all right? How you get help will look different for everybody, but you are acknowledging that you can seek help because it does feel out of control. It's happened to me a number of times over the years of my mental health challenges where I've felt suicidal, but I've been in a place where I can acknowledge that it does feel out of control. And even though I personally was aware that I would never commit suicide, I reached out to friends of mine, and I'm able to have those real and raw conversations. And because I do that, in the end, we end up laughing and joking and talking about what's happening in their life too. Okay? But that is a process. Now, reach out when you can acknowledge that you feel out of control, right? That's good. All right? I want you to remember that that's a good thing. It's healthy, because then you're going to say, right, what do I do from here? Now, usually it's the middle of the night that we go, oh, I feel out of control, right? reach out to a national helpline. Now, these days, the good thing is national helplines come in a variety of formats. So they do come in chat, so pick up your phone, ring, talk, chat, you can do that. They come in the format where you can text somebody as well. And often text is less emotionally confronting, so that's really good. And they also come in the form of not just text, but you can get onto their site and via social media and have talks with a healthcare professional. And that's what you really need at that initial point, is talking to somebody who's going to understand that you are legitimately seeking help, okay? Now, next thing you want to do is visit a professional to begin to receive professional help. There's no way around it. Mental health challenges are challenges, and the everyday person at this point in time isn't equipped to help you go, right, where are you at? Where do we go from here? And to understand the depth of what you're going through. So don't be afraid of professional help. Often when you feel suicidal, you think that nobody who's a professional is going to understand. You're going to be very surprised when you find that quite often they do these days, because they are trained and equipped to take how you're feeling very seriously. That wasn't always the truth in the past. Okay, so yes, that was very valid in the past, but in this day and age, they are trained to take you seriously, all right? So now, when you go and see the professional person, because you have a mental health challenge, take somebody with you. You may feel ashamed, and remember that the core root of feeling ashamed is that you feel that you don't belong. You need to know that you belong. We all belong here, and you belong too, okay? Now, taking someone with you is a good idea because they can remember the things that you can't. Remember, you're feeling under a lot of pressure at the moment. So you need other people with you. Now, if you can't have someone with you initially, record the conversation that you have with your doctor so you can go back and say, oh yeah, that's right. That's the next thing I need to do, or the next thing I need to work through or think about, or, whatever it is for you as an individual. And for everybody, it is different, okay? So don't be afraid that it's different. It's good, all right, because who you are as an individual and what you need personally is different. But work towards being open with one or two people that you are close to and take them with you. Yes, we all face the fear of rejection when we tell people that we have mental health challenges. We do. But when you have quality people around you who just love you for you, they understand that it's a challenge, but it's one that you're now stepping up to face. That's the big difference, okay? And good on you for being willing to face it. For those of us supporting somebody who's going through these challenges, and I have an ultra close family member who has these challenges, okay, we are there for them and we tell them all the time, never be afraid to let me know when things are getting too hard. And what we've done over time is help them be equipped to reach out to a number of people. All right, so if you're on the other side of this and you're the one supporting someone with suicide, don't be afraid to get other people in to help as well, all right? No one person carries this burden alone, not the person who feels suicidal and not the people that surround them to help. I actually read about a community of men, I believe in Western Australia, who in the country, and they lost a mate to suicide because nobody knew. And now they have, I believe, a weekly chat group. They've got an online Facebook group, or a way to meet online as well, because in the country here, the distances are vast. And they keep up with each other and they learn how to be real and raw with each other, okay? So build a team around you for the good times and the bad times, okay? And we can overcome the negative as we work through it. one of the best things we can do is learn communication skills, and especially for the men in our community. We as women can help them learn those communication skills as well. My sons and I have been through a whole process to make sure that emotionally we are communicating and we are being real and raw about when things are tough, about when we trigger each other, okay? And we need to have those times. And I want to reassure you that, yes, the suicide feelings are deep, all right? But in the deeper moments of life, when we share them with people, is where we build real, authentic relationships, okay? So it doesn't just come with, oh, you're my friend and times are always good. They're built during the tough times and being willing to face them and come through them together, all right, and not give up on each other. Now, that's what I want to say too. Use any form of electronic communication media that you need to talk about this, but always give yourself hope. Say, okay, yes, I'm feeling like this, but there is hope. Do the math. There is hope, all right? I'm still breathing. There's hope. No matter what, there is always hope and there is always help, all right? So stick that as a cover photo on your phone. There is always hope and there is always help, okay? You're absolutely right. This is not part of who you are as a person. It is a mental health challenge, okay? So it doesn't define you. It's not who I am. It's simply that I'm in a place where I don't have answers yet, but I can seek answers even if I don't know what the question is, okay? And that's really important. So there's another hashtag. I can seek answers even if I don't know what the question is, all right? Learn to meditate, pray, seek a spiritual practice that suits you, okay? It's so important to, and anybody who goes through any form of addiction knows that we need a higher power. We need to understand that there is something bigger than us, and having that spiritual practice helps you find the peace that resides within you, okay? And how that spiritual practice looks is different for everybody in this planet, and the spiritual journey is part of our journey along the way, okay? Daily ask yourself, are my actions leading to death, darkness and decrease, or love, light and increase? This question is so valid and important in our day-to-day life because it makes us self-reflect on our behaviour. So what behaviours am I doing today that are going to increase the love, light, and all the things that make us feel good in life? How am I bringing about those things? Yes, it'll be tough, if I have to go and look for a job or I have to go and mend a relationship. These things are tough, but they're doable. That's the good thing. Because we have so much information available to us online, they are all doable. Join a Facebook group for mental health challenges, male, female, person of faith or not. It doesn't matter. There are so many Facebook groups available to you where you can have real, raw, honest conversations about what's happening and receive support and encouragement to take the one next step you need to take. And the one next step we need to take is always within arm's reach of what we need to do. It's there, we can see it, and we just summon the courage to keep doing the one next thing. If you're supporting someone with suicide, make sure you're not doing it alone. Help them get to their mental health care appointments, okay? And also you can take along a phone and record what the doctor says in order that you can remember as well, because I know my memory can be dodgy at times as well. So there's so much more that you can do than stay in this feeling of despair and out of control. And one of the most important things you can do is break the silence and begin talking about it. And it's very liberating when we begin to own it. We are part of this world. We are part of a community. We are part of people who care about us and love us. And we all want each other to be here and share this journey of life together. Okay, I hope that's helped. If you have any questions or comments, please slip them down below. I'm always happy to help. If you need a Facebook group, I know several different kinds that you can join. So you can ask for that. And please remember to hit share. People don't talk about any of this. They just don't at the moment, and I'm hoping to change that. I'm hoping to change the conversations, and so people know that we need to break the silence and change the conversations we're having as well. So hit share. If you're on YouTube, hit subscribe for the next video. Thank you for being with me today. I really appreciate you, and I will be back same time tomorrow. If you need any questions answered, not just about today's video, but anything else, I'm also happy to answer. All right. Thanks for watching, and bye for now.